Hey guys, it's me, Alan, and I'm back. And with today being World Mental Health Day, I wanted to talk about that. I want to talk about things I deal with and just mental health in general. Um, because there's a lot of things that we still need to learn and try to at least attempt to understand. And we as a society have a long way to go when it comes to mental health still. We have made a lot of strides as a society, but we still have a long way to go when it comes to that. So, um, as far as I go when it comes to mental health, I have ADHD, which is attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, as well as autism. To be specific, it's Asperger's, although I believe it got renamed autism spectrum disorder or something like that. I will always call it Asperger's because that's what it is. Um, and when it comes to my three siblings, I have two older sisters and one younger one. The younger one, I believe, also has ADHD, and I don't, I believe she has some form of autism, but I don't know what it is. I don't, well, off the top of my head. Um, and then my two older sisters, if I remember correctly, because I know I've been told this before, but one of them has ADHD and I think the other has ADD. Um, but either way, having to deal with these things on a daily basis, among other things, it's a pain, honestly. Um, ADHD is a pain enough. Um, because it affects your attention, it affects, things like that. But then you add Asperger's onto it, and it makes it an even bigger deal. Um, and I'm 19 years old now. I've been through a lot. I've been lucky enough to have the support system around me that I've had, um, all these years, and I'm forever grateful for that. Same thing with my younger sister and whatever. I don't really know, um, as far as my two older sisters went when they went through school, but regardless, it's always good to have that support system around you. And if you don't really have that, I hope, for anybody watching this video and in such a situation, I hope you're able to find that sort of support system and those people that you trust to talk to about these things. But when it comes to mental health in general, we as a society still have a long way to go when it comes to addressing it. And right there is the big problem, and it's addressing mental illness because mental illness is a real thing, obviously, but there's so much stigma around it. And I think the biggest reason why is one, not addressing it, but that really plays into the stigma because of, just the way some people have been raised. Like some people, I think some people are raised being told that mental illness isn't a thing, or it's not a big deal, but it really is. And if your mindset is that, that you've been told your whole life is that mental health and mental illness is not as big a deal as they say it is, my biggest hope to you is that you get educated on mental health and mental illness and things like that. Because again, it is a big deal. And I know I repeated myself, but to get the point across, you kind of have to do that sometimes. And another thing is that, and with the prominence of social media these days, because you know, like I kind of want to say like at least 10 or 15 years ago, social media was not as big of a deal then as it is now. And while social media does have its benefits, it also has its drawbacks. And the things that you say to somebody in person, like if you make fun of someone or you harass someone, in person, um, there's a greater chance of you getting in trouble for that and getting caught, obviously. But when it comes to social media, it's a lot harder to address, simply because of, well, just you don't know who the person you're talking to, you don't know what they're dealing with. So if you act like a troll or just a complete idiot on social media and you would attack people and you say all this random crap towards people, or you attack them for something or for who they are or what they do, um, first of all, you should be ashamed of yourself. And second of all, you don't know how they're handling that. You don't know what they deal with. Um, a lot of my friends in the NASCAR Twitter community, they deal with things, different things on a daily basis. Everybody has something different that they deal with. Um, and the thing is, I've seen several of my friends, have to deal with a lot of bull crap and getting, attacked for certain things and whatever. And a lot of it is just NASCAR Twitter bullshit. But when you get down to it, some of it can get really, really bad to the point of people, sometimes people getting harassed or a certain person getting harassed, or attacked for something or whatever, um, oftentimes for no reason. Um, and we as a community have to put up with this crap, and it sucks because nobody should have to deal with such things. They shouldn't have to deal with, having that thrown at them. But at the same time, when you really get down to it, as my mother always said, or my mom always says, I should say, you need to think before you do. You need to think before you say something. We were taught as kids, do unto others as you want done to you. You know, and if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it. Keep it to yourself. And if we really stuck to those things and we didn't, we stop making fun of people with mental illness and stop like attacking people with it. And I get it. You don't, again, it goes back to the whole thing of, you know, you don't know what a person goes through, but even if you do know what a person goes through, um, you still shouldn't be going after them just because they're different, whether it's with mental illness or a physical disability or whatever. Being attacked because you're different or being harassed or bullied or picked on for being different, no matter what it is that makes you different, honestly sucks. It really does. I've seen my sister deal with it. I've dealt with it. A lot of my friends have dealt with it. It fucking sucks. And, you know, do I think it will ever stop? Honestly, I don't. But what I hope for is to minimize it. And to people who are watching this that have mental illness, no matter what it is, I want you to know that it's okay to be different. It's okay to to have whatever feelings you're having, because don't don't say that. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. If you're feeling something and you don't understand it, then talk to somebody. Talk to someone you trust, whether it's your parents, your best friend, your school guidance counselor, whatever. Um, don't hold it in. That's the biggest thing I have to say is don't hold it in. Don't hold back. Don't try to bottle up your feelings, because honestly, if you do that, it's just gonna make the problem worse. Trust me, I know. And it all goes back to really having a support structure around you. If you do, Like I have had a support structure around me for years, and in some aspects I still do. You know, they're there for a reason. They're there to help you. If you don't have that, then my hope for you is that you're able to find or and get that support that you need, no matter what. Because for everybody that has to deal with some sort of form of mental illness, you're not alone. Never, ever feel that you're alone because you're not. There are many people who deal with the same things as you. They may deal with it differently, but they deal with it just like you. That was my watch. Ignore that. Um, I've met people online with ADHD or with autism like me. Um, and again, I've made a lot of friends like in the NASCAR Twitter community and outside of that, just in general. Um, and I'll always be grateful for that. And again, a lot of my friends that I've made on Twitter, they go through different struggles in life, and sometimes they talk about it, sometimes they don't. But if you absolutely can, make it known that you know that you're there for someone. Let them know that you understand or will try to understand as best you can, and that if they need someone to talk to, that they can reach out to you if need be, if they choose. Let them feel that they are not alone, just like how you are not alone in what you deal with. Every day is different. We all deal with this stuff differently, but when it comes to mental illness, it needs to be taken seriously and it needs to be addressed the best way possible. We need to have more conversations about mental illness and addressing the stigma around it and trying to minimize that stigma to open more opportunities for people to speak about their mental illness, to speak about what they deal with, and to show that we as a society care. And I know a lot of people, some people won't change, but that's them. For the people that will change or will try, I commend you for that. And I hope you understand where I come from with this and where other people come from when they talk about their mental health and their mental illnesses and what they deal with on a daily basis. You know, you don't have to know, but what I would ask is to at least try to understand. Um, and because at least being able to try to understand can go a long way to help someone. If there's someone that deals with something on a daily basis, you know, try to get in touch with them, try to contact them and just talk to them. You know, sometimes that's what some people need is just someone to talk to. Um, so yeah, that's really all I have to say about it. And um, my hope is that for anybody watching this video, the way you can take away from it um, is that you know, again, you're not alone. If you're someone with mental illness, you're not alone. So thank you all for watching, and comment down below what you think. Like the video, share it. If you know somebody that deals with mental illness, if you want, show them this video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.